My name is Simon Konover. Live in West Hartford. I am a developer.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
My ambition was, when I come to the United States, I would like to open up a garage, fix up cars, and then sell them.
Do you speak any foreign languages?
Well, I spoke about 5 or 6 languages when I first came here. Not well, but I spoke it.
What languages?
I forgot. Well, first of all, it was Yiddish. Second language was Hebrew. I went to school to learn Hebrew. Third was Polish. Of course, I was born in Poland. Then when I wound up in Russia, I learned Russian. And then when I wound up in Cuba, I learned a little Spanish. So let's see, so it would be Yiddish, Hebrew, Polish, Spanish, and Russian.
And English.
And a little bit of English, yes. Yes.
What was it like growing up in Poland before World War II?
We lived like in a little ghetto. All the Jews lived in one place, and the Gentile lived in another place. Not that they created the ghetto, we would almost have like a little ghetto because we felt more secure living together.
Do you think when you were back in Poland, was there anti-Semitism even before the war?
Oh, a lot of anti-Semitism. I was born in Poland, my family was born in Poland, but we were outsiders. We were not involved. Matter of fact, when there were some problems, my father and mother would say, don't get involved, stay out of it. Don't forget, as Jews, we couldn't get a job with the government. Before I was born, you couldn't even live in a big city. We would get beaten up if we went out of our neighborhood. And at the same time, if Polish kids would come in our neighborhood, we would beat them up. I never felt like I belonged there because we had a lot of restrictions. And of course it was a little better since I was born, but before I was born, they used to have pogroms and killings, and we were not considered citizens, though we were born there. We were like outsiders, not involved.
What happened when the Nazis invaded your town?
That was September 1, 1939. We were about 60 kilometers away from the German border. And I heard, I don't remember, I don't think I read papers at that time, but I heard that there's problems between Germany and Poland. And one morning in September, I woke up and there were tanks and motorcycles and trucks and with bullhorns and announcing that don't go out of the house. If you go out of the house, you'll get shot. It was a surprise to me that like the whole world changed overnight.
And then you went to a labor camp?
They announced that anybody over 16 years old, Jewish, should report to the marketplace, which I did. I was over 16, just 16, a little over. And they sent me, I wouldn't call it a labor camp, I think it was like a farm with some other young Jewish kids. And we were made to pick tomatoes, potatoes, hay for the winter for the army and for the horses that they had, the Germans. And so we were taken there, and basically I saw that I will not live too long because the food was terrible. They didn't give us enough food. It got cold and we had no heat. So I decided to run away with 8 of us. Of course, they put a fence all around the place with barbed wire on top. We dug underneath and we went underneath. And they had security, so they started shooting at us. And I don't know if they were killed, but at least 5 of the kids, there were 8 of us that ran away, did not make it, but 3 of us did make it, and ran back home to my house.
Was your family at the house, or where was your family
They
during
were
this?
at the house, yes.
What was your first interaction with the Nazis?
Well, they came looking for me the next day because they knew that we ran away, and my father and mother hid me in the basement under a wood planks and I heard the Gestapo German soldiers walking right over me, and they didn't find me. If they did, I would have been shot right there on the spot. After they left, I came up, and my father and mother, they were as white as paper. They thought I would be shot if they ever found me.
So what did you decide to do after that?
Well, I didn't decide. I was a little over 16 years old. My father and mother decided that they will find me eventually. They'll know I'm at home because I had to get out and eat and whatever. So they packed me up a warm cover, sewed in a zloty, which is $1 approximately, and said, Simon, you better leave because they will find you, and there are people that take you across the border to the Russian section. So my brother was 2 years younger, so he and I packed up. They wanted him to run away too because they knew he would be next. He was 2 years younger. But we came to a crossroads, and he started crying, and he went back, and I never saw him again. I never saw my family again since that night when I left.
And what inspired you to tell your own story about your experience in the Holocaust, and when did you decide to tell it?
I really got excited when we decided to build the Holocaust Museum in Washington, United States Holocaust. What inspired me is I heard over and over again that the Holocaust never happened. And I would say to the people, if it never happened, what happened to my family? Where's my father, mother, sisters, brothers?